Welcome back to the show. I'm Sheridan Nichols. You are watching Inside Bristol, and I'm really excited to introduce a new guest today. It's Sydney Burns, and we are going to talk about something that I'm not super familiar with, which I was telling Sydney before we started. Sometimes I love that because I can learn a lot about it as we go. So not to keep you in suspense anymore, we're talking about a great partnership between the Bristol train station and the YWCA. So Sydney, tell us about your role and what this collaborative effort means for our city.
Sure. Well, the YW and the Train Station Foundation entered into a management partnership. So basically that means the YWCA has a management team where we are in charge of the operations and the marketing of the train station now. And my role specifically is well, at the YW I do marketing and event planning. So I've kind of taken those two roles and kind of expanded them to include overseeing the train station and helping direct that effort.
So what will we see new at the train station as a result of all this?
Well, we're working on developing our vision for the areas in the train station that are currently not available to the public to use. Okay. So you'll hear more about those in the next couple of weeks, but you know, the facility will maintain being a premier event facility for weddings, parties, you know, meetings, that sort of thing. So there are a couple other spaces that we're working on developing so they're available as well for rental purposes.
Well, you'll have to come back and do an unveiling for us so we can see, because you know, it is such an anchor for our city, so it's so nice to see it come to life, and I know a lot of people are happy about that. So now tell me a little bit more, when did this effort begin, and how did it even get going?
Probably been about 6 months in the making, I think. I mean, we've had a lot of negotiations and working together. We both organizations strongly feel that the train station is a staple in the community, and we want to keep it open and thriving and full of life. And so we worked really hard at making sure this partnership really is going to benefit both organizations. For the train station to be open to the public for a long time, and for the YW to be strengthened so it can continue to support its community programs.
And we've always had a really strong YW, and I know like the director does such a good job, and it is a staple too for our community. So
thank you.
I'm sure, so I'm sure this has just been a great effort working together.
It has. It allows us to share our resources. You know, the YWCA has been rooted for over 70 years in Bristol, so we're able to provide our connections and our resources to the train station, and vice versa. It also allows us to cross-promote the YW's new Bridal Salon that we just opened. And the Bridal Salon is inside the YW, and it sells new couture wedding gowns. And so we're able to tell our brides at the YW, it's called Bristol Bridal Station, and we're able to tell them about the train station. And then while I'm at the train station, tell them about getting their dress at the Bridal Salon. So it's been a great cross-promotional opportunity.
So I'm sure this has been a lot of work for you.
It has, yes.
So tell us about some of your duties with getting this off the ground and what you've had to do.
With the train station? Well, we spent a lot of time, you know, doing market analysis and just really developing a vision and a strategy for moving forward. So luckily I was able to do a lot of that before this all became official. But then working with my team and drawing on their expertise for personnel, for finances, for marketing, for business. And so having them help me and getting some of this done has been very, you know, vital and helpful. So.
And what's sort of been the most exciting part of this journey for you?
You know, I'm, you know, kind of new and young in my career, so I think this is a great opportunity to develop myself as, you know, a leader and a manager. And so it's been really fantastic to stretch myself in ways that, you know, maybe I wasn't challenged before. And so I've met a lot of new people. A couple people said, I think I should get your autograph. And I'm like, oh, no, I think you should wait all that. But it's been really fun to see people's reactions to this. And I went through Lead Bristol with the Chamber. And so, you know, having that support system through the Chamber. And they're like, oh, there's our graduate. And so that's been really fun, too.
And what about in the future? What should we look for?
Oh boy, that's a big question.
A lot of things.
You know, since I've been at the YW 2 years, and in that time we have grown and we've launched 2 new programs. We've taken on this partnership. And if you had asked me 2 years ago, would we have a bridal salon? Would we have a new women's professional series? I would have, what are you talking about? You know, so I don't even know what's down this, you know, down the road, because we've had so much change, you know, and growth. So that's a hard question.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
This is so exciting for our city, and a lot of new projects to come. So you'll have to come back and share those and give us updates.
Sounds good.
And bring on a bride.
Yes.
Don't you think so? We all want to see a bride one of
Okay,
these days. That would be great.
Well, you guys should come in and take a look at the bridal salon. I mean,
Absolutely.
it's all volunteer driven, and so our volunteers design what the space was going to look like. They're the consultants, and then all the proceeds from the gown sales support the YWCA's programs. So it allows us to continue to provide that sliding scale childcare and supporting our after-school program. And it's just another avenue to continue to financially strengthen the YW, just like the train station partnership is doing. So.
That's great. That's great. Well, thank you, Sydney, for joining us today. And stay tuned. We'll be right back.